sort of finally realized that's what I enjoy greatly about it. With that said, let's talk to another one. A lot of people say it's overhyped. You got your chance, okay? We did your Christmas. A lot of people say this one's overhyped, and this hype has, for some, killed it, for some, made it better. And again, I'm interested in your reaction. What do you guys think of A Christmas Story?
Never seen it. Never seen it.
And don't get me like it before it became popular. Yeah, no, but we are the pure hipsters. Like, we grew up with it before it was super, super popular. I think even we're sick of the hype. Even we're sick of it. I honestly love that movie. I'm sick of that. And honestly, Nightmare Before Christmas is the same thing as that.
Woo!
Yeah, it is.
Well, and I think part of that, what made
hot topic in business.
I think part of, with Christmas Story, and again, I think this is one of the elements where the hype does really work against it, is I think we do Charlie Brown Christmas. That merchandise is everywhere too. But a lot of it, because the drawing is so simple, and it almost doesn't look like them unless it's done simple, they try to keep the advertising very simple, and they kind of get that. Christmas Story was also supposed to be a very simple story. If anything, it's very much focusing on the commercialism and how it's like, that's okay. It's okay to have a little bit of it, let kids be kids. It's kind of like the Cat in the Hat of Christmas special. You can have the animated one, not the one.
You had to distinguish that.
We don't speak of it. And I think for me, because it's dying down a bit, but you still see this Christmas Story stuff everywhere, and it feels phony. It feels like instead of sort of going to, hey, isn't this kind of fun, isn't this kind of neat,
Christmas Story
it feels plastered on everything, and it feels a little too commercial. And I think the magic of that special is that while commercialism is definitely addressed and they have fun with it, it never quite goes too far. They still keep it that this is a real little kid. And the kid, to me, like, when he cried, my favorite scenes in those, it sounds weird, but it's like when the kids cry, because it feels like they're really crying. It doesn't feel like the movie Cry, where it's just like, and the one single tear comes down, like, they're really crying like real kids, and they're laughing like real kids. Yes.
Part I like that is I can relate to this one. Mom gets his smaller son dressed in.
I know, with Will Ferrell.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the 60s, we had snow that you guys don't know anything about in Chicago area. And my mom was looking at some full snowsuits and everything. It's just like that. And you put your arms up.
Yeah. No, I
fell in the snow to make a snow angel and you couldn't get out.
If you come from a large enough family, everybody's had that brother or sister that has that voice.
I can't speak
It's just like no matter what they say, it's whiny.
And I think partly what is so, what people relate to that too is that because there's not as much a message or really even an agenda technically to that movie, it's just kind of showing how this family did Christmas. So it sort of hits on these little elements that you remember, like the getting wrapped up in all the clothes and stuff like that.
Getting firearms.
And I think one of the things that people relate to again about that is because at the beginning of Charlie Brown Christmas, beginning of Arthur Christmas and stuff like that, there's clearly kind of an agenda, which is fine. It wants to get a message across. That one is just, this is a family, just, and especially this kid, just kind of how he went through Christmas. And so people can relate to that a little bit more. And they feel like, I remember that. I was that kid. I remember being wrapped up in the clothes. I remember wanting this toy. I remember my mom saying no. I remember getting up in the morning and seeing the Christmas tree and stuff. And they got, like you said, sort of the brattiness of the brothers, and they'll make fun of each other and stuff like that. So I think all those elements kind of play in because there isn't quite an agenda. There is a goal. He wants this, Red Ryder BB gun, but it's not the focus of the whole movie. So I think for me, that's always what kind of connects, and that is one of the few where I feel like the marketing kind of gets that wrong. I think the only one that got right was that leg lamp. I think that was brilliant. Selling that is really brilliant.
Okay, but even that, like the first year that leg lamp came out and I saw it in somebody's window, I'm like, that's brilliant, that's amazing. Within 2 years, every other person had one. I'm like, this is not that. Like, that always happens with that kind of marketing when you try to attach it to classic films. The first one to get it always looks like a genius, and then everybody else looks like a track guy.
Yeah. So, but I still love that movie. But I get it. Hype can really damage, kind of any film or any special or anything, because you get an idea what's going to be, and it's going to blow you away. But sometimes they don't work that way. They kind of sneak in there. without you even realizing. You don't even realize it's great until years later, and you keep coming back to it.
But see, sometimes, like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Best comedy ever.
Sweaters,
Yes.